What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. My name is Nash, and today I'm going to be talking about how you can handle rejection letters. So if you're applying to jobs, colleges, internships, anything like that, there's a chance that you're going to be rejected and you are going to receive that. Unfortunately, we went with another candidate or something similar to that, letting you know that you've been rejected. Specifically, I'm going to be going over how I was rejected for an accounting intern position. And I responded to that email in a way that, I was considered as a second option. And a couple days after the rejection letter, I actually received an offer from the same company for the same position. So I wanted to go over how you should be responding to rejection letters in order to set yourself up as the second best option. So a lot of the times whenever you do not get hired, it might be because somebody just had a better looking resume or someone else knew someone else in the company, so they got hired. And what happens a lot of the times is that life happens, right? Let's say somebody got hired over you and then it turns out they're not going to be able to do the job because of maybe something in the family or, just life happens. So now they have to look through the other candidates that, that were rejected, and that is how they pick the second best option. So the reason they do this is because they do not want to do the interview process again, because that is going to take forever. So instead of doing that, they will go ahead and look at the previous interviews, the people that got rejected, and they'll look for the second best option. All right, so I'm going to be showing you a great example here of how this happened to me and how I responded. And I'm going to put the screenshots on the screen. All right, so let's get into this story time. So this was back in August of 2019, and I was looking on the internet and I found an internship online. This was an accounting internship and the company was local. So I went ahead and applied, and they actually got back to me. We had an interview which went really well, and the interview was really interesting because it was not a regular interview. It was more of an exam, actually. They were asking me about, credits and debits. If you know accounting, it was accounting related questions, right? So there were three people in the room. There was an HR lady that was asking the questions, and the CEO was just kind of like sitting, taking notes. And we had the accountant who was actually asking the technical questions. And I was able to answer every question because I was really passionate about accounting at the time. So I finished the interview. I go home. They told me that they will get back to me, in a couple of days. So it only took them 2 days to get back to me. I received an email. So as you can see, I've reducted the name of the company and the names of the people, but you can see that the title was fall internship. It was the accounting position. So it says, I want to reach out to you to thank you again for coming for an interview. We really enjoyed meeting you. Unfortunately, we have chosen another candidate. We will be holding onto your resume for future positions. So please be on the lookout and feel free to reach out. Good luck with school. So if you've applied to a bunch of jobs or internships, you're going to get this email. It's inevitable. Everyone gets it eventually. And as you can see here, they do say that they're going to be holding onto your resume just in case anything opens up. And they really do hold onto your resume because they know that the person they hired, something might happen. They might not be able to take the job. They might get another offer. So now the question is, when you receive an email like this, how are you supposed to respond to this? Are you even supposed to respond? So my answer is yes, you have to respond to this email. And I'm not talking about, don't respond with anything mean. The way you want to respond to these emails is by showing gratitude that they even allowed you to go onto the interview, right? You want to be able to tell them that thank you so much for interviewing me or for the opportunity. You always want to show that you're thankful for the opportunity to even go to the interview, right? So I'm going to show you my response here. All right, so this is my response on here. You can see my little picture on there. My response was really brief. I did not make it, too long because they're not going to be expecting you to respond most of the time, right? They just send a mass email to the people that they rejected. So we make it, short. You can make it a little longer if you want to, but I make it short just in case if they see it pop up, they can actually read it without having to really, open the email. So basically what I said was, thank you for the update. I enjoyed the interview process, right? So first line, you see that they say thank you for the update, right? Because sometimes they're not even going to be able to get back to you. So you always want to, show that you really, appreciate them taking the time to send you an update. So on the second line, you see that I said I enjoyed the interview process. So this lets them know that I had a good time. So whenever you do this, this is going to set you apart from someone that just ignores the email or someone that, responds with something mean or something, that shows that they're not grateful for that opportunity. So you always want to respond with something really nice, and this is going to set you apart from people that did not respond. All right, so going back to the story, I sent that email and I never got a response. Not that I was expecting any response. It was just me saying thank you. And a couple of days later, I received a call from the company and they offered me the same position. We talked on the phone for a little bit. And one of the questions that I asked was, why did you reconsider? And the answer was the person that they had hired had something happen to him. He had a personal situation that was going to prevent him from taking the job. They only picked me because I had responded to the email with a positive attitude, even though I was rejected. There were other people that were way more qualified than me, but they picked me because I had a positive attitude. So always make sure that you have a positive attitude. All right, so as you can see here on the screen, this was the actual offer letter. This was a part of it. And it says, you made it. We're so stoked to have you to be part of the team, specifically the accounting team. That is how you can turn a rejection letter into an offer letter. So let me know if you guys have any questions, if you want to add anything else to this. But thank you so much for watching. Make sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button below if you haven't already. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.